Good morning, all of you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good
Good
morning,
morning,
ma'am.
ma'am. Good morning, ma'am.
Yes, good morning. S- Yes, good morning. Okay, so have you all prepared understanding secularism?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, what about the rest? Only
Yes, ma'am.
few girls I could hear saying yes, ma'am. What about the rest of the class? The rest of the class, the rest of the girls and the boys? Yes, I want to hear some boys' voices. Have you learned? Yes, boys? No. Boys, are you able to hear me? Class 8B boys? Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. One one voice. Kanish, Laksh, what about you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Huh? Then say
Yes,
Som,
ma'am.
Vedanta. Are you all able to hear me? Okay. And don't switch off your videos. Once you have switched it on, keep it like that. I like to see your faces. I don't like seeing this blank type of screen with only your icons there. Open your videos. Okay. So let's start. What do you understand by the term secularism?
Ma'am, secularism refers to the separation of religion from the state. It gives a state a position of neutrality between different religions while at same time guaranteeing all the citizens the right to follow, practice and propagate the religion they like.
Okay. So, in simple terms, what we could say secularism is? In simple terms, secularism means
That the state does not have any religion of its own and it does not favor nor discriminate any religion.
okay. So, what we could say is that it means that the state does not have any official religion of its own, alright, and it treats all religion equally. Okay, so all religions are treated equally means there will be no discrimination on the basis of religion, and everyone is free to preach, follow, propagate, practice their religion, all right, and the state will not interfere in any of that. Okay, so why is it important to separate? Uh, just now Ashita said that it is the separation of the religion from the state. So why is it important to separate the religion from the state?
To prevent the tyranny of the majority and violation of the fundamental rights, it is necessary to separate religion from the state. The second important reason which has led democratic governments to separate religion from the state is the freedom of religion.
Okay. Will anyone else tell me the same answer?
It is necessary to separate the religion from the state to prevent the tyranny of the majority and the violation of fundamental rights.
Okay.
The second important reason why the democratic country separates the religion from the state is that to the freedom of religion.
Okay, fine. Good. Okay, how is Indian secularism different from the Western concept of secularism?
Indian secularism differs the Western conception of secularism as practiced in Europe and the United States of America as against complete separation between the religion and the state in Europe and in the USA. In Indian secularism, the state can intervene in religious affairs.
Anushka, you want to answer the same question?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, beta.
Indian secularism differs from the Western conception of secularism as practiced in United States of America and Europe, a complete separation of religion from the state. But in Indian conception of secularism, state can interfere the in religious matters.
Okay, all right. Okay, when was the word secular added to our Indian constitution?
1876.
Okay, 1976. And by which amendment?
Ma'am, 42nd.
Okay, by the 42nd amendment. All right. Now, which articles of the constitution guarantee cultural and educational rights? Which articles of the constitution? These are multiple choice questions. Okay, 29 and 30. Okay, what can a person do if his or her fundamental rights are denied? If the fundamental rights are denied, what can a person do?
Ma'am, he or she could move in the court or the High Court or the Supreme Court for their rights.
All right. So, in case of violation of fundamental rights, a person can go either to the High Courts or the Supreme Courts. Courts lower than the High Court, they do not deal with matters of fundamental rights violation. Okay. So, in case there is a violation of fundamental rights, a person needs to go either to the High Court or to the Supreme Court. Okay. Match the following: majority community,
Hindus.
minority. Okay. 6. Coercion. Coercion.
To force someone.
Okay, coerce means to force. To force someone. State intervention. Because the state abolition of untouchability. Yes, right. It was because of the intervention of the state in the matters of religion that we had this intervention, and we had the abolition of untouchability here. Okay. Secularism.
Separation of religion from state.
All right, fine. The Indian Constitution allows individuals, these are fill in the blanks. The Indian Constitution allows individuals the freedom to live by their dash beliefs.
Religious.
Okay, religious beliefs. In dash, non-Muslims are not allowed to build a temple, church, etc.
Saudi Arab.
Okay, Saudi Arabia. Okay, you will write Saudi Arabia. The Indian Constitution mandates that the Indian state be dash.
Secular.
Okay, secular. The Indian Constitution guarantees dash rights that are based on secular principles.
Fundamental.
Okay, fundamental. Unlike the strict separation between religion and the state in American secularism, in Indian secularism, the state can dash in religious affairs.
Intervene.
Okay, intervene. Okay, now some questions. How does the Indian state work to prevent inter-community and intra-community domination? Okay, can anyone tell me what is intra-community and inter-community? And this answer also. Inter-community and intra-community.
Ma'am, inter-community means the discrimination of any of the groups within the same intra-community between the community between
Your voice is not very clear. Inter-community. Yes, anyone else? Anyone else here? Who can tell me the difference between inter-community and intra-community? Yes, Navya beta, say again. Let me hear what you have to say.
Inter-community means discrimination of the two groups or the two groups within the same community. And it means that the discrimination of two.
Acha, tell me one thing. When we have inter-school competition, what does it mean? Inter-school competition. Then is it within the group or it is among the various schools?
Among the various schools.
Yes, Navya. We have inter-school competition. So is it within our school only, or do we have other schools also coming in? So inter-community will be between different communities. Alright? And intra means within the same community. Fine, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now tell me this answer. How does the Indian state work to prevent inter-community and intra-community domination? Who will give me this answer? Has any boy learnt the question answers? Any boy in the class? Come on, boys. Okay, wait. Come on, boys, buck up. What is this? You are lagging behind? The girls are there. Up in front, giving all the answers. And the boys are sitting quietly. Or sleeping maybe. Half asleep. Yes, boys. No answer? At least respond. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Ma'am not learnt. Say something. Yes, Kanishk. Not learnt?
Ma'am, freedom of religion in India means the freedom of religion in both individuals as well as communities. Ma'am, the Indian Constitution grants equal rights to all religion communities of our country, and the right to right to or the right to establish and
Maintain.
maintain
Maintain the educational institutions.
maintain the educational institutions.
Okay. Yes, Anushka. Now you can answer. And good, you tried, Kanishk. Yes, beta.
The Indian Constitution grants equal rights to all religious communities, such as rights to establish and maintain their educational institutions. Freedom of religion in India means the freedom of religion of both individuals as well as communities.
Okay. In India, can the state discriminate against a citizen on the ground of his religion?
No, the state cannot discriminate against a citizen on grounds of their religion, because a democratic country like India follows all the religion are treated equally, as the state does not recognize any particular religion they like.
Okay. All right. The Indian state maintains a principal distance vis-a-vis religion. Discuss.
In Indian secularism, the separation between the religion and the state means maintenance of principled distance vis-a-vis religion. That means the state can intervene or abstain from interference depending upon which of these two would better promote the ideas laid out in the Constitution, the idea of liberty, equality, and social justice.
Okay, good. Will the government intervene if some religious group says that their religion allows them to practice infanticide? Give reason for your answer.
Yes, the government will intervene if some religious group says that their religion allows them to practice infanticide because such customs are so deeply rooted that without active state intervention there was no hope of their dissolution. The state simply had to intervene in the affairs of religions. Thus, the state may help or hinder religious communities depending on which mode of action promotes value such as freedom and equality.
Okay, okay. Will anyone else give me the same answer?
Yes, the government would intervene if some religious communities say that their religion allows them to follow infanticide, as such customs are so deeply rooted that without active involvement or intervention of state, there is no hope of their dissolution. So the state has to simply interfere in their religious matters. Thus, the state may help or hinder depending on which mode of action would promote ideas such as equality and freedom.
Okay, all right. So I think that would be all. Now we have to decide that when we meet next, we have English class. So what will we revise? I think I have told you what to learn in English for the next time.
Ma'am, adverbs and adjectives.
Okay, so adjectives and adverbs when we meet again. Okay, remember all of you and complete your work and send it to your in charge. All of you. Okay? At the earliest. Otherwise, you will lose your copy marks, notebook marks. Is that understood, all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so complete your work, all your written work, all your pending work, send it to your in charges. And also, if till now you have not started preparing for your half yearlies, please do so now because it's high time. Today is 7th and you have your half yearlies from which date?
17.
That means not even complete 10 days. Okay, so if you leave 7th and if you leave 17th, then obviously you have less days. How many? 1 2 3 5 9 days only. And so all of you need to focus now, and the games, boys especially, the video games and all that, for a little while, just spend less time on that and more time on your studies. Okay, girls, less time on chatting on phone and more time on studying. Is that understood, all of you? I want very good marks from all of you. All of you. And you are my class, so you need to perform very well. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and in
Yes,
case there is any problem, ask. Post it on the group. Okay?
Okay, ma'am.
All right. God bless you all.